kind of softly because it's almost 11 p.m. here in Glendale, California. And I have neighbors because I live in a small apartment and the walls are very thin. So, anyway, so I have some really good information to show here, okay? And just stick with it and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really good. It connects to everything I'm talking about. Is people are popping firecrackers. What's today that people are doing this? Anyway, um, uh, see, now I'm getting distracted by that. I'm having all these issues, man. Anyway, so let me just start showing this information before I lose my mind. All right, this is not the most incredible info because I'm going to show what the heck is going on. This is unbelievable. Anyway, so I'm going to be showing some incredible information soon, but this is just really good information. Okay, just just bear with me. All right. Oh, and by the way, a couple of videos ago, I showed some incredible information connecting to uh, the JFK thing, but I'm going to be giving away a little bit of that here. I don't want to, it's going to take away from the surprise later. But anyway, listen, you know that in 1963, JFK was assassinated, right? And you know, JFK was assassinated in the state of Texas. Texas is the 28th state. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound in the state of Ohio. So that's interesting that Elvis's age was 28 the year JFK was killed, and JFK was killed in the 28th state, right? And Trump is going to get his head wound in Ohio, all right? And Ohio's the 17th state. And that year, Obama was 2 years old, right? Now, look, notice that 28 plus 17 is 45. And notice there's a 2 here. I want you to pay attention, okay? And, you know, 45 plus 2 is 47 because Trump can be the 45 and the 47, right? But listen, 45 twice. I want you to pay attention to that. 45 twice, all right? Now watch. So notice that when JFK was killed, he also had a brother that was killed, right? And I've explained all this in the other videos. I'm not going to get into all the numbers there. But notice that when you add up the death dates of 11/22 of JFK and his brother RFK, it's 17 and 28. That's the same what I was just showing you for 1963. It's 28 and 17. Elvis's death age and Trump's age is 28 and 17. So he got his head wound in the 28th state, JFK, and Trump's going to get it in the 17th states right there, you see? Anyway, so, but here's what I want you to look at. This is why I'm showing this, because of the 45 and the 45 twice. You see, it's implying 45 two times. Okay, just like what I was showing you here, 45 twice. Okay, or you can see it as 45 and then 45 plus 2 is 47. So 45, 47, get it? Trump is the 45, 47. Okay. Now, so remember I was showing you their ages for that year. All three of them is 28, 17, and 2. Look, if you go from Elvis's birthday, because Elvis is the Antichrist, Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. So Trump is the replacement, okay? And Obama is the third wheel in this charade. So from the day, Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh, but Elvis is the real Antichrist. Anyway, so Elvis was born, this is his birth date. From, if you went forward 28,172, because I'm showing you the age that they were the year JFK was killed, right? 28, 17, and 2. 28, 17, and 2. If you went forward from Elvis's birthday to that day, from that day, if you went to August 4th, 2024, because see, we're in between 2024 and 2025. If you went from the date 224, because that's where it landed, in the year 2012, from that day to the day Trump gets his head wound, is 4,545 days. Or it could be 4544, because Trump is the 44-45 president, right? And that's Obama's birthday, August 4th, by the way. That's the day Trump gets his head wound. And it's either 45-44 days or 45-45 days. Okay? All right. So before I move on, I just want to see if you guys are understanding this, okay? Hold on. So what I was trying to show you is the 45-45, right? The 245s. Now look. Check this out. You'll see where I'm going with this in a moment. Just bear with me. So you know the month of June, because that's when Trump was born, and that's when my prediction of the state of Washington getting struck on June 11th. But Trump gets his head wound in August, on August 4th. But look, the month of June when Trump was born, June is the 6th month, right? The next time June comes around, it'll be 12 months later. It'll be the 18th month, then the 30th month, then the 42nd month, and the 54th month, and so on, right? The next one would be 66 at the 6th one, 666. But look, see the 45 right here? 4, 5, 4, 5, 24. You see? 45, 45, 24. So it's 2 45s and we're in the year 24. Do you understand what I'm showing you? Okay? That's what I'm trying to show you here. It's at the 45, 45, 24 mark. All right? Because Trump is the 45, right? And so just watch. Just keep watching. And you know Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th. And it's a leap year, right? So August 4th falls on August 5th. August 4th falls on August 5th's regular day during a regular year. On leap year, August 4th falls on August 5th. So it would be 845. Get it? It connects to both. So if you add up all the numbers between 20 through 45, it equals 845. And why am I showing you that? Because look, it's the 2 45s again, because the 0 can be nothing. So it's 2 45s. Okay? 20 through 45 equals 845. 2 through 4, 2 45s again. Okay? Now, like I said, you'll see where I'm going with this in a moment. And I told you earlier, if you saw my other videos about this, you know, Elvis, his name equals 67, 22, 89 in the forward numbers. Look at this. I told you it's all about getting to the 89, and Elvis turned 89 this year. Look, 6, 7, 8, 9. Elvis equals 67, then it's 22, then 89 it ends. So it ends with the 89, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get it? And so it started in the year 21. It ends in the 24. So what is 21 plus 24? It's 45, right? And wouldn't you know it, what is 22 plus 23? 45. So it's the double, it's the 2 45s again. Do you get it? So 21, 24 is 45. 22, 23 is 45. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So it's the 2 45s again. And it has that connection to Elvis because of the 6, 7, 8, 9. If you listen, I do a much more in-depth detail with that. And with all of this information, if you just watch my live streams, you'll see the videos when they come up. Now, so I was showing you everything to do with the 45s. So wouldn't you know it that from the first of the year to when I'm telling you the state of Washington is going to be struck, it lands on 6/11 if you went 4,545 days forward. So either 45-44 or 45-45 from the first of the year to 6/11 it lands on. And that's the day I'm telling you Washington's going to be struck on 6/11. Now, from Trump's birthday, 6/14, which is 3 days after 6/11, if you go to the day JFK was killed, it's 45/44 or 45/45 if you add the day. So you see how it's connected? So in between is it's the 6/11 has to connect to the 6/14, kind of like what I was showing you with the 6 and the 9 connecting, and the 7 and 8 having the connection to each other. It's because I'll give you an example. 6 plus, look, 6/11 plus 6/14 is the same as, look, it's Christmas Day, 12/25. 6/11 plus 6/14 is 12/25. And what's in between 6/11 and 6/14? 6/12, 6/13 equals 12/25. So it's like the twin number. It's like a twin number. And I told you Elvis had an identical twin that was sacrificed at birth, right? Now, so, and Trump is the replacement twin. That's why the Twin Towers fell and all that other stuff. Hold on. Yes, I believe that they're going to overturn whatever court. The higher courts are going to overturn Trump's thing. Anyway, pay attention to what I'm showing here, okay? So everything is about the 245s, right? And of course, there has to be a connection to the 44, or they wouldn't have done what they did with the 44, because they mixed it all up because of a particular president, which I explained has to do with, I'm not going to get into it. If you watch my videos, I explain it all, what the reason for this discrepancy of why Trump is the 44th person, but the 45th president to take office, 44th person to become president, 45th president to take office. Now, so Trump is a 44/45, right? And that's why Obama had to be part of it. And that's why Obama was born on August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. Obama had to be a part of this charade, all right? Because they needed the 44th president to be connected to Trump getting his head wound on 8/4. There had to be a connection. Again, it's all about the twin connection, right? Anyway, so and Elvis turned 89 this year, right? And Trump is a 44/45. 44 plus 45 equals 89, right? And notice that person, P-E-R-S, Presley, President, P-R-E-S, Presley, P-R-E-S. That's what it's all about. That's why Elvis's Graceland looks like the White House. It's all about, the president, dead president, the leader of the country, you know what I mean? Elvis is all about being God. I'm trying to make you guys understand that. That's why he was known as the king. And that's why this June 11th event connects to him. Seattle's in King County, where this event is probably going to be ground zero. So, but it's going to affect mainly the northwest side to get out of all of Washington State before June 11th. But anyway, so we're talking about the 245s, the 245s or the 44/45. Okay, now why is this important? Because if you've been listening to what I've been telling you, that the reset is the 2024, 2025, or the 24/25. Either one. Whatever way you want to see it, it's the reset. Okay? And I told you Elvis, his name Elvis equals reset in gematria, equals water. Elvis equals water, Elvis equals reset. Exact numbers. Every number is the same, not just one, every number in gematria. And how did God reset the earth? With a flood. With water. He reset it. It's complete mockery what they're doing. Anyway, so it's all about the 245s, 45, 45, or 44, 45, right? Now watch this. Because I told you it's all about the reset. Take a look. So Elvis, he turns in 2025, next year, he turns 90. Okay? And you'll see why I'm showing this, because I told you the reset is right now and into 90. I mean, into next year, because that's when the reset starts. It has to happen, the events now, for the reset to be implemented. Look, 45 plus 45 is 90. Elvis turns 90 in 2025. 45 times 45 is 2025. Are you understanding what I'm showing you here? This is beyond belief. If you can't understand what I'm showing you here, because I told you Elvis is reset. Elvis equals reset. Okay? So what I'm trying to tell you, they need to implement it now in order for the reset to start when, when his birthday comes around. Okay? Because I told you it's all about Elvis reaching that 9, and it's a crown. Okay? Did you guys get that? Did anyone not get what I was showing here? No, Obama's not the 44-45. Obama's the 43-44. Trump is the 44-45. Listen, if you're gonna troll, I'm gonna ban you from the channel, okay? Don't be a troll. Anyone who gives misinformation, immediately is gonna get banned, okay? So make sure your comments are correct. Okay, you know what? I told you, be respectful, all right? Now, so I told you everything's about the 44-45, all right? It's all about the reset. And 20 plus 25 is 45. 20 plus 24 is 44. 20 plus 24 is 44. 20 plus 25 is 45. So again, connects to the 44-45 or the 45, right? Which is what I was telling you was the reset number. So look at this. Well, like, what is the chance of this? So remember, why is the 44, why is 2024 so important? Because look, pay attention. 44 times 45 is 1980. 45 times 45 is 2025. You add that up, you get 4,005. Now, if you add all the numbers between 1 through 89, it's 4,005. You see that? Elvis turned 89 this year. Do you understand? Because see, it's that 44. It has to happen first in order to get this implemented going, because the reset starts right here. Okay, at the 2025 is the reset. Did anyone not get that? Did anyone not get that? I don't know why I bother, man. It's like I'm talking to 3-year-olds, man. Seriously, man. I mean, seriously, are you guys like playing in a crib or something? With like, what's going on with you people? Seriously, I'm being serious. Are you guys like in some kind of playpen or something? The pee-pee? Are you guys in the pee-pee right now? People make me sick, man. I'm not gonna get angry, but I'm gonna move on. And check this out. Speaking of that day, hold on. I'm looking for people to talk about the information I'm showing. That's what I'm looking for. You know what, man? Oh, listen, I don't care. If you want to leave the channel, leave. Okay, I don't care. I don't care if you're convinced. I'm asking you, why are you here? I'm here doing, if you're convinced, leave. I'm trying to show information, and I'm trying to get feedback to know whether you guys understand it. And um, so comment about the comment. Don't, what are you guys talking about? Transformers and stuff. Who cares? You guys, the world's coming to an end, and you guys are still thinking about sex. You freaks, man. Anyway, so remember I was showing you that give me a second here. So in 1963, I told you that Elvis's age was 28, Trump was 17, and Obama was 2, right? 28172, 28172, right? And I told you if you went from Elvis's birthday forward, hold on. Let's see who else is gonna go. Let me. I'm banning everybody right now. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm banning everybody. Who else is gonna go? Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of Rudy too. Let's see who else. Who else wants to leave? Anybody else? John, I'm getting rid of you too. You don't bring nothing to the table here. Go where you're welcome, dude. Let's see. So you're gone too. Who else wants to go? You want to go, OP? I'll block you. You want to leave? This is your last warning. Say one more stupid thing to me. You're gone. I'm tired of this. Okay. Anyway, I deleted those people and they're not coming back. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're regular viewers or not. I know they were trolls. Hold on. So from Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, if you went forward 28,172, which is the 28172, all right, which I explained here, the 28172 was the year, their ages in 1963 when JFK was killed, right? And I told you from that day, it was 224. Because you added that day, you go to the next day. From that day, it's 4545 or 4544. And even from this day, it would still be 4544. So it's still good even from that day. But because you added this day already when this count, so you would go to the next one, go to that one. So from that day to August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound, is 4,545 days, right? Which I mentioned earlier about the 245s, connecting to the numbers of Elvis's year. I mean, JFK's death year, and the ages of Elvis, Trump, and Obama, right? 28172, 28172, right? So we're looking at this date right here, 2/24/12, because that's from Elvis's birthday, right? Because he is the Antichrist. So from that day to up to that day, so let's use that day as a as a point. Hold on. I don't know what's going on in my chat. My chat is messed up. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so remember, this is the day we were talking about, 2/24/12. And, don't forget, we're in the year 224. But look, from Elvis's death day, the day he died, 8/16/1977, look at the days. 12/6/11. There's your 611. And I told you that the 12 is the 37th prime. So it's like the EL. So this is a very important number right here. So it's basically like saying God 611 from Elvis' death date to that point where, you know, the Elvis turned 28,172 days old, you know. And give me a second here. And from Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died, on June 11th, he won the Triple Crown. You have up to that day is 12677. Listen, because Seattle Slew, the day he won was the 162nd day of the year, so you have 162 and the 77. So it's connected to that day, the numbers 16277, connecting to this day, right? That important day that I've been showing. But look, so also from that day, that the day that it hits that number on 2/24/12, from that day to 6/11/24 is, I thought this was interesting because that's the day Washington gets struck. It's got the comeback special date. Elvis's comeback special was on 12/3/68. Look at that. It's 12/3/68. 12/3 with a crown, 68. See what I mean? 12/3/68 was the Elvis comeback special. And so that, believe me, that's important, that comeback special connection. You'll see how it comes up, not in this video, but in another video, I think. Okay, now from Trump's birthday, pay attention. Remember, we were talking about how old they turned that year, right? In 1963, when JFK was killed, they were 28, 17, and 2, these three idiots. And I showed you from how if you went forward 28,172 days from Elvis's birthday, it would land here. Now, we're going to go from Trump's birthday to that 28,172 days. It lands on 7/31 in the year 23. Then from that day to the day Trump gets his head wound is 370. There's your EL. The 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL, which means God with a crown. ELO, because if you turn the letters the other way, it'd be like ELO. So it's God 28/17/2. You get what I'm saying? Do you get that part? All right. Now, like I said, if you think these are coincidences, watch this. You're going to see how it connects. Listen, I don't care. Listen, John, act like a normal person, okay? Stop with the stupid comments. All right? This isn't IPS show. You want to do your stupid comments, go to IPS. All right? Yeah. Stop messing around with me. I'm not in the mood right now. All right? Talk about the video. Don't say good video. Just talk about something that has to do with what I'm showing. All right? Now, so check this out. Now, first of all, you're going to ask yourself, why am I showing this? Okay? Because, look, check this out. Elvis, he died in the state of Tennessee, which is the 16th state. So obviously the 16th is very important, right? But check this out. You know that Trump was born on the 165th day of the year, the 165. And if you look at their ages, it matches up. Watch this. So in 1951, and you'll see why I'm showing this. In 1951, the year that Elvis turned 16, Trump was 5 on his birthday. He turned 5 years old that year in 1951. So there's your 165. Trump was born on 6/14, the 165th day of the year. So when he turned 5 years old on 6/14, it became a perfect match for 165 between Elvis and Trump, right? And look what happens when you go from that day, from that year on Trump's birthday when he turned the 165, get it? From that day in that year that he turned the 165 connecting to MLK's death date is 614 with a crown. Because I told you the zero's a crown. 614. 614 is when Trump's born with a crown. You see that? And MLK was killed on that day. Yeah, and the word 40, 44 is the kill number. And remember what I was telling you about earlier, which is the 4445. He was killed on 44, but it was the 45 day because it was a leap year. It landed on the 45's regular day. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at your comment about the Tennessee banning it. I think you mentioned that before. Anyway, or I heard it somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyway, so look. So remember, this connected to you had the 614 connection with a crown to MLK from that year where you turned this right from Trump's birthday that year, where it connected to the day right. Now that was to MLK's death, right? Now watch this. From George, because MLK is connected to Washington because Seattle is in King County, and King County is now named after Martin Luther King. Okay, and Martin Luther King died in Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis lived and died. And Martin Luther King, the king was killed, right? And Elvis was known as the king. So look at this, from George Washington, because remember I just told you that Seattle's in Washington, King County, get it? And that King County is named after MLK. So George Washington's death date to MLK's death, look, George Washington died on this date. And to MLK's death, look at that, it's 614 with the 7 and 3, which is the EL. The 3 and 7 is the EL, means God in Hebrew. 614 with the EL. L, 614. There you go again, connecting Trump with God. You understand? And it's connected to the death date of MLK. You see what I was showing you here, right? Connecting to the death date of MLK. It's 614 with a crown. The EL is a crown. It's God. You know what I mean? 7-3. You know what I mean? Now, if that's still not enough, and remember, I was just showing you that connection, but let's go back to this for a second. So remember, we're talking about this particular year where it becomes the 16 and 5, their ages, which connects to Trump being born on the 165th day on 6/14 that year. From that year, that date where he turned the 165 day is the day he was born, the 165th day of the year, but he turned 5 that year. So it's 16 and 5, right? 165. So that day to MLK's death is 6140 days. So that's Trump's birthday with a crown, 614, right? To MLK's death. So that was to a death and assassination, right? Connecting to Trump. Now, from that exact year and date again, connecting to that year where they turned the 165, 1951, Elvis turned 16, Trump turned 5, and that was on Trump's birthday that year. It was the 165th day of the year, 165, get it? 1951, look what happens. From 6/14, 1951 to JFK's death, exact death date is 45/45. You see? You see what I'm talking about? Like, what's the chance of that? That it connects to that year where it's exactly Trump's birthday. You see what I'm saying? There has to be a connection there for that to come out like that, Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, also, what I did was I put, because that year that we're looking at is 1951, where they turned the 16 and 5. The 1951. Look at this. The square root of 1951. Look at that. It's 44, 17, and then a zero. The numbers keep going, but the first five numbers I'm looking at, 4417 is the kill number. And look, you have a crown right there. But look, forget about the crown even, but just 4417 is the kill number. You see? 1951. I mean, forget the numbers. This is the connection. But look, 4417. You see that? Do you see that? And check this out. Um, and the 16th prime number, because I told you Elvis died on the 16th day. Elvis died in the 16th state. The first president that was killed was the 16th president. You know what I'm saying? I could just keep going on and on. But the 16th prime number is 53. What is that? What does it mean? The 3 is a crown. I told you that. The W, George W. Bush. You understand? Washington is the W. 1, 6. 16th prime is 53. 165. That's Trump's birthday with a crown. See? 165 with a crown. 16th prime is 53. Okay? Did you get that? And you know that the MLK, I told you, is connected to Seattle because it's named after King County. Seattle, King County is named after MLK. Now, that King County. And MLK is connected to me because I'm born on the 9495 day because I was born in leap year. 94 landed on 95. 44, the day he was killed, 44 landed on the 45 because he was killed on 4/4 MLK, but it was a leap year, so it landed on the 4/5 day. So he's the 4445 also, right? That day is the 94th, 95th day of the year because it was a leap year. It was 95, but it's 94, 95, 4/4. You understand? So it's 94, 95. From that year that Elvis, pay attention. Remember, I was showing you the connections that Trump, all the connections I was giving you. That 1951 year, on that day when Trump, his day. Anyway, look, 6/14, 1951. I was just showing you all that. To the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Look at that. It's 9,495 days exactly. Remember, I just told you MLK was killed on the 94-95 day of the year. So another connection to MLK and to the 94-95 day, which is the 4/4/45 day of the year, right? So it connects to Seattle Slew winning the Triple Crown. The same year Elvis died, right? Okay? Now, so since that day is so important, man, I can't breathe, my allergies. So since that day is so important, the year that that I've been focusing on, for the last 10 cards, hopefully you're paying attention. So look, that day that Trump, the 1951 on 6/14 when he turned 5 years old and Elvis was 16, look, what's the chances that it has to be that it's exactly 16 years and 5 months, and then it's 16 years, 5 months, and 6 or 7 days from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to 6/14, 1951, when Elvis turned 16 and Trump was 5. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and look, you have 165 or 166, so you have 165 or 166. You can look at that like that too. And Elvis equals 67. You can look at that too. You know what I mean? Look, I know I'm pushing it with this one, but it's still a connection, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna skip this. This video's too long already. It's a good connection, but I'm gonna skip it. So from that day that all of this happened, what I've been focusing on, from that day, Trump's birthday, to the day 6/11. Look at that. Look at those numbers. It's got the 2 2s on the end with 666. What in the hell? 22 666. And Elvis, in the year 8, on date 8/16/2022, that was the day he turned 45 years dead. He had been dead for 45 years. His 45-year death anniversary. From that day to 6/11/24 is 666 days. So I see the 22 and the 666 connection. 22666, get it? And lands on 6/11/2024, get it? 22666. The year 22 666 to 6/11/24. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a connection. Who disagrees with that one? Is there anyone here? Is anyone here not getting that? Yeah, you can just watch it tomorrow. I'll leave it up for a day or two. Is anyone not getting that? Is anyone not getting? Did everyone get that last one? All right. And so, you know that Elvis, he turned 16 years old in the year 51, right? And I'm trying not to get angry, man. I'm trying. You guys, man, are testing my patience, man. Seriously. So Elvis turned 16 years old in the year 51, right? 1951. 16 years old and 51, which is the year that I've been focusing on. Look, JFK was born on 5/29. He died on 11/22. Look at that. 1651. Elvis turned 16 in the year 51. Now you see how all that, what I've been showing for that year 51, why it was so important. You see that? And it connected to JFK and to Trump and connecting straight to his death date. You see what I'm saying? Now, what else does this have in it? Let's look. You see Satan's numbers? This is what Satan equals, right? And I've shown you this before, how incredible this is, right? That it's right in your face, the connections. So I told you, what does Satan have in it? In the totals, look at that. So Satan, his bottom totals right here. Look at the numbers in there. 6, 11, 55. 6, 11, 5, 5, right? Satan equals 55, and you have 6, 11. So 6 and 11, so that's what he needs, the 6, 11 with the 55. Because Satan equals 55. 611 plus 55 is 666. And if you go forward 611 days, if you go forward, not forward, if you go from the date 611, if you go forward from 611, 55 days, and you add the day, if you add the day, it lands on 8-4. 611, add the day when going to 8-4 on the time of day calculator, it lands at 55. So you have 611, 55 makes 666, right? So you have the 666, and it lands on 8-4. And 8-4, normally on a regular year, is the 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6, 216. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. And it's the 216th day of the year on a regular year, but it's a leap year, but it still connects to each other. I told you it's all about getting rid of the twin. But this is what's important. 611 plus 55 is 666. 611 plus 55 lands on 8-4, right? And I told you that Satan has the 611 and the 55 in his name, you know? And why am I showing this right now, the 611, 55? Because look, so I took out the 1951 and just put the year 51. Look, it's the same numbers. 61155 for Satan, 61155. There it is. That's the key right there. You know, besides what I just showed you a minute ago with the JFK stuff, you know. So there you go. All right, now, yeah. Oh my God, look how much, man, I still can't believe I have more to go. This is crazy. I'm about ready to lose it. So, again, okay, because Elvis's identical twin was sacrificed at birth, so obviously the mother and father are super important, and because they're the ones who gave birth to this abomination, this Elvis. So when they're looking for the replacement twin, it has to connect, you know, and from Vernon Presley's birthday, the day he's born, to the exact day that Trump was born is 11,022 days. That's JFK's death date, 1122. But if you add the day, it's 11,023. But do you see what I'm saying? It's 11,022 days in between Vernon Presley's, the day he's born, to the day Trump is born. Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that died at birth. Anyway, Elvis's dad, that's the difference between their birthdays, 11,022 between Trump and Vernon Presley. So now, what about the mother? Check this out. So look at these weird coincidences with the mother, Gladys, because she's the one who actually gives birth. You know what I mean? She birthed that abomination. And so check this out. Yeah, that's interesting. Trump's dad built, I don't want to say it. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. So Gladys Presley, she was born on 4/25/1915, okay? From that day to the Beirut explosion, the reason I'm showing you this, you'll see why in a moment, but you know, there was a giant explosion in Beirut, and I was born in Beirut, okay? So from the day Gladys Presley was born to that Beirut explosion, look at the date, look at the years, 108 years, 3 months, and 10 or 11 days. Look at the percentage of that amount of years and days. It's 10835.07% is what the amount of years and days and months. 10835.07. Why am I showing this? Because look, that's Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, 10835. And you know, that day, 108, is the 8th day of the year, and its backwards date is 12/23 because it leaves 357 days in the year. So the 8th day leaves 357 because 8 plus 357 makes 365. That's 1 year. And look, so why am I showing that? Because remember the numbers 108 and 357. That was the date. See, it's 1083507. You see, 108357. It's like the backwards numbers, But anyway, look. So its reverse date is 1223, and from the first of the year, if you go to 1223, it's 11 months 22 days or 11 months 23 days. If you go from the first of the year to 1223, it's 11 months 22 days or 11 months 23 days. Okay, now if you look at if you add these numbers up, Elvis's birthday and his reverse date, it's, look, the 6th prime number is 13, the 11th prime number is 31. 1331. Say 6th is the 13, 11th is 31. And look, it adds up to 4417, which is the kill number. Kill equals 4417. Right? And I've shown you how it all connects if you've seen my other videos. Now, what I want you to notice is what is the first 4 numbers of okay, so if Elvis wanted a crown on his birthday, what would you see? You would see like this. So you would have, these kind of numbers. See, the crown, the W is the 3, 108. He's born, right? 3 1. So if you see these kind of numbers, see, look, that's what you just saw here with this, right? It was 108 years, 3 months. So you had 1083 starting, just like his birth date had 1083 in the first, 4. But look, 1083, there's a crown on the 108 years right there. But look, the reason I'm showing you that, because from this date of that Beirut explosion, and I'm born in Beirut, Lebanon, like I said, I was born here. And so was Neo, the Keanu Reeves dude. He was born 2 days before me. Anyway, look. So from the Beirut explosion, from Gladys Presley's birthday to the Beirut explosion was this connection. So from the Beirut explosion to 6/11 this year, look at the numbers again. First of all, I'll get to what this is in a moment, but look at the years. 3 years, 10 months, 8 days. If you add the day, there's that 108 with a crown again. You see what I'm saying? It's like 1083, the first 4 numbers here, if you don't count the days, but just the years and the months for Gladys Presley's birth to that 8/4 explosion, then the 8/4 explosion to 6/11, the next, the real explosion, the big one, is 3 years, 10 months, 8. So it's a 3 on top of the 108, which is Elvis's birthday. Now, why is this important? In the UK, how do they say the dates? Instead of saying 8/14 like we do, like if you were saying August 14th, it would be 8/14. But in the UK, they say the 14th day of the 8th month, 14/8, they say, right? So why am I showing that? Because you see it says 14/8. When was Gladys Presley born? When did she die? 8/14. You see? You see how I was connecting it to Gladys Presley? The first thing I connected? See, it was Gladys's birthday to the Beirut explosion. From the Beirut explosion to 6/11 is 1408, and the creature died on 8/14. And the 814th prime number is 6263, and that is how old Trump, and he's going to be 62, 63. That's how old Obama is right now. He's going to be 63 on August 4th. So he's turning 62 to 63, which if you go watch my video, you'll see the last few live streams. So it's a 62-63 connection. And also the Space Needle was open between the years 62 and 63. That's why it's going to happen in between the 611 right now, between the 62 and 63. Hold on, I can't. I'm not reading anybody's comments, folks. And by the way, if you add the the prime number 62, 63 of 814, if you add the 814 to the 62, 63, you get 7077. And that's super important too, obviously, but I'm not going to show. I showed it in the other video. You can watch that one. But anyway, no, these are not coincidences, okay? Yes, people have lots of coincidences with each other, but these particular people, it's not a coincidence. They purposely are doing it. Yes, we all have connections, but what you don't understand is these people are literally doing this purposely, okay? There's a big difference, all right? Now watch this, because we're talking about Gladys Presley, right? And so the day the creature died was on 8/14/1958. From Trump's birthday, the day he's born, to Gladys's death, look at that, 4,444 days or 4,445 days, 4445. And who was the 4445 president? Trump. You think that's a coincidence? Come on. 4445 president? And I tried to explain that to you already, that he was the replacement twin. So he's the 4445 president, and it's in between from his birth to her death is 4445. Because obviously from her birth date, it didn't have a connection. So it had to connect to the death date, because from Vernon's birth to Trump's birth, it connected. It had the JFK connection, 11,022 days or 11,023 if you add the day. So, because you understand? So from Vernon's death, from Vernon's birth, Vernon Presley, Elvis's dad, from his birth to Trump's birth, it connected. From Trump's birth to Gladys Presley's death, it connected. Okay? So whatever doesn't connect over here, they connect over there, Or sometimes it connects to both, Now, so check this out. So pay attention. When was JFK killed? Supposedly killed. He was killed on 11/22/63. Okay, 11/22/63. Now, watch what I'm going to show you here. Just follow me. So from Gladys Presley's death on 8/14/1958 to the day Obama was born on 8/4/1961 is 2 years, 11 months, 22 days. First of all, that is Washington's birthdays. He has two birthdays, 2/11 and 2/22. Okay. And I told you, if you add 2/11 and 2/22, you'd did both of them, 2/11 and 2/22, it would be 433, which is the 84th prime. But forget about that. And of course, 216, because August 4th is the 217th day of the year. 216 plus 217 equals 433. So if you were to do 211 plus 222, it would be 433. Anyway, forget about that. But so even this has connections to Washington, connecting to this. But look at this. 11/22 is JFK's death date, right? 11/22 from Gladys to Obama's birthday. Now watch. So it's 2 years, right? It's only 2 years. We need another 61 years to make it 63. Are you getting what I'm saying here? So we have 2 years, and then we have the JFK's death date. We need another 61 connection from her death. Watch. So from her death to the day the Beirut explosion happened is 61 years, 11 months, 22 days. You see that now? You see how they listen, there's no way that can be a coincidence. I'll tell you why. Because they couldn't do the 11/22 with the 63, so they needed to connect it in two different ways, That's how it connected, Come on. how you going to get a 2 years here, luckily, and then get 61 exactly on the Beirut explosion, you know? And of course the JFK 11/22, you know what I mean? So, and remember, I was connecting her birthday to that day, the Beirut explosion, and then from that day to 6/11. Remember? So you see how it's all connected? You think these are coincidences? Come on, man. And you remember I told you that Trump. Hold on, don't just save your questions till after I'm done. No, somebody's asking me about a particular number. No, I don't know what that is. Hold on. So you remember I told you that when you add the 814th prime 6263 and you add the 814 to the 6263, you get 7077. Trump, the day he was inaugurated, he was 70 years old, 7 months, 7 days, that exact day. The day he was inaugurated on January 20th, 2017, he was 70 years old, 7 months, 7 days, right? So from Gladys's death to that day when he turned that set, remember, this is 8/14. Gladys died on 8/14. And Trump's going to get his head wound on Obama's birthday, August 4th, which is Obama turns 62, 63 that day. He's 62, going to 63 that day. And so she died on 8/14. That's the prime number. Add it up, you get the inauguration year, 70 years old, 7 months, 7 days of Trump. And look, from the day she died to that day is 21345. And what is that? The 3 is a crown. 2145 is Trump's birthday. Trump's birthday is the 165th day of the year, is 45.21%. 45.21%. So 4521 with a crown, you see? So that's another connection. That's what I'm trying to show you here. I know you guys think that this is just coincidence. Some of you are thinking that, but it's not. I told you, listen, yes, we all have connections, okay? But what you don't understand is these people with this particular they are literally doing, not, I mean, how do I say this? They're literally doing these particular sacrifices for this puzzle. All right. And remember, I was showing you the 4445 connections from Vernon Presley's birthday to the day Gladys died, just in the same year. From his birthday to her death is 4 months, 4 days, 4 months, 5 days. 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days. Okay. And we're in the year 24, and and the 44 is the kill number, right? So from her death to 6/11 this year is 224 with a crown and 44. So this is not that big of a deal. So I couldn't really find. That's why we needed the other connection, with the Beirut explosion. See, this one doesn't work out anything too interesting here. I mean, there's connections here. You have the 404 and the 24, which connects to MLK. 404, and then the 24 is the year, right? You get the 404 for his death date. So there is connections there, right? But it's not, it's not great. But listen to this. So I connected all the 6/11 stuff, right? So Gladys Presley, when she was born, so I connected the 6/11 stuff and all that with, and everything to JFK. I've been connecting. Watch this connection. So JFK, do you know he was killed on the 326th day of the year? And how old was he? He was 46 going on 47. Okay? He's in between 46 and 47, and he was killed on the 326th day of the year. So from Gladys Presley's birthday to 9/11, pay attention, okay? Look, Gladys Presley's birthday to 9/11, the day it happened. Look at that. It's 326, 46 days or 47 days. And I just told you JFK was killed on the 326th day, and he was aged 46 to 47 because he was going to turn 47, right, the next year. So between 46 and 47. So 326 with the 46 if you don't add the day, 47 if you add the day. And look, Elvis turned 89 this year. 89. And the 326th day of the year is 89%. Okay? So another connection, okay? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Somebody saying Miracle on 34th Street was actually showed something connecting to that day in 1947 because I was connecting to 47, right? And I showed that I must have connected that date, but I didn't connect that movie, but I connected that date. I remember that. That's weird. When was Miracle on 34th Street released?
In the United States of America.
Well, I don't know which one you're looking at because sometimes they say different places. I mean, because this one says May 2nd. So I don't know. I don't know where you're looking. Let me look again. Was Miracle on 34th Street released on June 11th? Yeah, it's weird. This one says June 11th on Wikipedia, but the other one says May 2nd. Yeah, Wikipedia says June 11, 1947. Nice. That's a good one. Good catch, yeah. And it's 77 years from 1947. And 6/11/77 is when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Right? That's how it all connects. And and it was the Miracle on 34th Street was 1947 on 6/11. 47 years it's been from 6/11/77. See, it all connects. So from 6/11/77 to now is 47 years on 6/11. It's going to be 47 years on 6/11. And and Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown on June 11, 77. And from 1947, it's 77 years from when Miracle on the 34th Street. And you know, Trump is the 34, right, with the felonies. You know. Hold on. Yeah, and the 3 + 4 is 7, yeah. That's a good one. I got to remember to write that down. But it's only on Wikipedia. Let me write that down. Sorry about that. All right, what was I saying now? The Mandela, that's funny. All right, where am I? Oh, let me just finish with this. All right, I'm almost done. I got one last thing to show, and that's it. So remember, I told you from Gladys's death to August 4th is 11 months, 22 days, right? So I just want to finish it with this. So it's 11 months, 22 days, right? From Gladys's death to August 4th. The next time August 4th comes around. But look at this. So someone's talking about a wrestler named the Sheik was born on 6/11. He's born in Detroit and his name is Sheik. He's probably a pigeon. There's nothing chic about that pigeon. Look, remember I was telling you that from Gladys's death to August 4th is 11 months, 22 days, which is the JFK death date. You know, it's all connected to each other. I told you. Listen, it's Gladys Presley's birthday is 425 in the year 12, not 2012, but 1912 to 611 this year. Look at this. Look at the percentage for the amount of days. It's 40955, which, by the way, these are connections, but I'm not going to talk about it. But that's the amount of days, 40,955. But look at the percentage of that. 1122 with a crown and 82%. 11220.82. And Seattle equals 82, and JFK was killed on 1122. So you have a crown with 1122. And you see what I'm saying? That's crazy right there. And oh man, my throat is hurting really bad, folks. I can't even swallow because it's so inflamed, my throat. No, Elvis does not have to even be around to be, as long as he's worshipped, that's all that matters. The parents don't have to be around. Nobody has to be around. But but who knows, when Trump gets his head wound and he dies, maybe Elvis enters him, like Satan entered Judas. You know. And I told you guys the word Satan equals exactly the word Judas, same numbers. And then in the Bible, in Luke 22:3, Luke 22:3, it says, and then Satan entered Judas. What's the chances that Satan equals Judas too in gematria? That's why you know that these people are you know they know that numerically everything matters, even to even to God, because God created everything with math. So obviously, it's going to be a factor in this. All right. Yeah, I've talked about Adrian Barbeau. The creature was married to John Carpenter, JC, and he did an Elvis movie. The dude's a horror flick, dude. Horror flick, dude. And yet he's doing an Elvis movie because of the fact that Elvis used to go incognito, named John Carpenter. And before John Carpenter ever was famous, nobody knew who he was. Elvis was going around saying he was John Carpenter, and that's why John Carpenter had to make the Elvis movie. And JC is uh, Jesus Christ initials, and Carpenter, right? Jesus was a carpenter, and Elvis played a doctor in one of his movies called he's Dr. John Carpenter in the movie Bad Habit or Change of Habit or something like that. And um, and John Carpenter married Adrienne Barbeau, who was born on June 11th in 45, and John Carpenter was born on 116. 116. See what I mean? There's more to the puzzle. I just can't remember it now. I have to look it up. I think it's where they're born even. I can't remember. But he's born on 116, which is a 611 backwards. 611. Get it? All right, folks. All right. I'm done. This is way too much work, man. I'm suffering, folks. This is suffering, man. I'm telling you. Anyway, this was a nightmare. I can't be doing these kind of late night videos like this. I've been doing way too many. I've been doing way too many live streams lately. Yeah, I know all about the presidents that were presidents before. It's all connected to this puzzle. You'll see if I ever get to it. I've shown it in the past what the reason was. It's all connected to the MLK puzzle. Even the presidents being. Look, I'll give you an example, real quick. MLK was born on 115, okay, and 115 connects to. Watch what I'm about to show. So he's born on 115. And you know, America is 247 years old right now. It's going on 248. 247, 248 America, the years. Okay? And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 247 days, and on a leap year it would be 248. So in between Elvis's birthday and 9/11 was 247, 248. We're in the right now. America's 247, going to be 248 later in the year, and I was born on the 247, 248 day of the year because it was a leap year. So I was born on 247 day of the year, but it was a leap year, made it 248. So I was born on the 247, 248 day of the year. Anyway, so MLK was born on 115, and MLK was killed on the 94, 95 day of the year. And I just told you 94, 95 is the 247, 248 day of the year. And he was born on 115. The first prime number is 2, the 15th prime number is 47. There's your 247 again, connecting to MLK. And I just got finished telling you the connections with MLK on when he died and everything, with the 4445 day being the 94th, 95th day of the year on a leap year. And it's all connected to how old America is, 247, 248. Elvis being born on 1/8. From 1/8 to 9/11 is 247, 248 days on a leap year. And the fact that we're in between 247, 248 right now, the years for America's age, where was I going? Oh, George Washington, he was known as the father of our country, right? But is he the first or is he the 15th? See, there you go again. Because if George was the first or was he the 15th president? See, they say he's the first president, but there was 14 presidents, but they weren't named, I guess they weren't named president, but leaders of the country before Washington. So, and I told you the 15th, the letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet. So when you see 15, you're seeing, because the 15th letter of the alphabet is the O, which is the crown. So when you see the 15th prime being 47, that's a crown, what you're seeing. So you're seeing two crowns, 247, 2 times 47, 94. Again, connecting to 94. And that's when MLK died, 94, 95 day of the year. 4445, because it was a leap year. Okay, so it's all connected. All right, it's perfectly aligned for what these people are doing. Hold on, folks. Let me get rid of these trolls here. Yeah, you know what? If you guys come back doing this, I'm just going to ban you guys. Not even next time. I'm not going to give you a chance. If you guys are going to keep playing games with me, I'm not going to let you give you the chance. Next time, I'm just going to start deleting everybody. All right? So you guys are messing around. I don't know why you keep doing this, man. Why do you guys even, like, entertain the trolls? Just stick to your, selves. Unless they're saying something nice to you. But if they're saying something bad, then you know it's a troll. All right? I'm not gonna argue with you people, all right? I don't have the strength right now. Man, I don't feel good, man. All right, end the video.